Took me 1 week, but finally I have in my hands Winter Soldier Tier 4, and here is what he can do for ABX, ABL, World Boss Legend and GBR. Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna go through finally into the tier 4 review of my bro here, Winter Soldier, that he looks like my haircut and stuff like that. But yeah, I have some good news, I have some bad news. I'm not gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you see the content and decide if these news are good or bad for you or your account. But you need to consider the fact that I was telling you before, he has a lead, he can swap into speed hero, he has multiple tags that he can be used for World Boss Legend, so you can know day one that he's gonna be useful as a tier 4 for World Boss Legend Plus. And yes, the build I have right now is rank 79, yep, I'm not full on all this blessing, but I'm almost more than 100,000 physical attack, so this is a kind of good build. I don't have his artifact, I have a random concentration one, and you can see his mighty raids is a mighty raids actually. And yes, the rotation exactly the same as the video I did for level 80, and some more info is about his second skill end up being really useful, and you need to focus on delivering it every single time. After you press your third skill, fifth skill and fourth skill, you get all the buffs, and his second skill feels to deliver a lot of damage, of your normal skills proc, worth a lot to go through it. And yes, let's start from somewhere that you're gonna smile, I guess, and it's GBR and after ABX. But before we go through that, guys, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, do not forget. And yes, now we can go. Oh, let me know down below in the comments also, what did you do with your Winter Soldier? And if you watched actually the weird sneak peek of Nick Fury out of nowhere, we're getting a tier 4 support, how you feel about that, and how you feel about the updates that they're dropping random characters here and there. And yeah, I don't know, bro, I don't know. Let's see our dude here, Winter Soldier, Bucky Burns. So let's start from the content that I guess most of you have covered already. You don't actually need another character. It's with a disadvantage. In the previous video I did exactly the same, and I wanted to have a fair conversion, and also took me 1 week to gather all the materials to have him. Actually, it's one of the, I can't remember myself waiting for another tier 4, having his gears and waiting for the last moment to go for. Perhaps it was Null also, but Null costed like 10,000. He cost a lot, to be honest, more than 5,000, so it's a lot for native tier 1. You can see here I was trying to avoid using my tier 3 and proc on it, but it was a mistake. Especially for GBR, you should go and proc on your tier 3 every single time you're charging 5 delay cancel, waiting him to throw the bazooka, then you go through 1, 3, 4, let the 4 play, and then you go into your second skill, letting the second skill play, and again exactly the same thing. But you can see here I'm doing exactly the same mistake. I'm not going into my tier 3, but I end up doing 1 minute and 10 seconds for a day that I have a disadvantage. Is quite cool, to be honest. The boss is blast, so it's cool, it's cool. Let's check out his ABX performance. And to be honest, it was quite impressive. I was using Taskmaster and Red Hulk, but with Taskmaster and Red Hulk I don't have equipped any CDP of Insight or any CDP of Liberation, so it's straight up damage of Winter Soldier. I'm using also as a striker Black Widow. Black Widow provides to you an extra way to cancel the skill, to cancel the roar. The tier 3 is actually really hard to manage to do the proc. It drops the paralysis in the middle of the skill. You need to start casting the skill before the roar. Sometimes does not even target boss. perhaps I'm cooked and I can't actually play proper the tier 4 skill, but you can see here that you know, the tier 3 skill I mean, but you can see here that with the tier 4 skill I'm gonna manage to do the cancelling easy peasy. Black Widow helps a lot. You can use Black Widow or, you know, Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider also has the paralysis, and you can manage to do the cancel. You can see there 9 million into the first roar. Feels like super promising. His damage is, you know, up to the same. I mean, it's similar with Dr. Octopus and Hulk, at least for my account, in the first roar. Perhaps with my Hulk I did 9.2, not 8.89 that I had with him. It was kind of less, but you have to consider that my Hulk has a brilliant rage and my Hulk also had a mighty insight into the team. I didn't have a liberation. I'm just telling you the results I had like yesterday that I was playing with Hulk. So yeah, this is here I went a bit lower than Hulk. Hulk had 12.5 here on my run, but you know, comparing him with Hulk is not that fair, to be honest. Hulk, as I told you, has a better build and better support because he has Abomination. He has also the mighty insight on him. But also you need to consider that my Hulk right now, with the cards I have right now, has only 45% HP, and the HP is the main source of damage for your Hulk. Here I'm starting casting the tier 3 for the paralysis to drop, but as you can see I failed to cancel the roar. I didn't rerun because, to be honest, I found myself so tired after trying him to work for the rest of the game modes. I'm gonna explain. But in my mind, for ABL specifically, he's a pain because you need to pick up the orb with your 4th skill, or else you end up having only 2 rotations during your tier 3 skill. And it's kind of annoying. I couldn't make him work. I played so many times ABL. 16.5 for ABX without mighty insight, without having, you know, cancel the roar proper into the last phase, and with just a mighty rage. At least for this specific day, it's quite impressive. It's quite impressive even for my account. I'm telling you that I was struggling with Dr. Octopus to pull out scores like that in the past, and also with your Hulk you can do easy 18 this season, but the previous season he was like 17.7, 17.5, so 1 million less, with less build, with less support, and with one roar, not proper cancel. In my book it's cool. So ABX and GBR are the good news, but the point is that I was going for the character, you know, to use him also in ABL and World Boss Legend. I have really hard stages for, I tried actually really hard stages for World Boss Legend with Jin 75, because my bro Lord Asian, the One-Eyed King, told me that he can do with 79 with a mighty rage on his account. So I thought it's gonna be really easy, you know, and I tried 75 Jin, and I also tried 29 of Ebony and Black Dwarf, which is the highest stage that he could participate from the last World Boss Legend Plus. So let's start from somewhere and let's go into ABL first to end with AB generally, and then go into Jin to see me suffer. So for ABL, you know, the damage that he was pulling out was quite promising, at least in the beginning. You have to let the second skill play until the explosion there that he's shooting actually with his gun. You're letting him shoot the gun, and then you go into your tier 3, let it play, throw the bazooka, exactly the same situation, second skill, and you can see here I took 2.1, which is not that impressive, but my best was 2.4, you know, for the first roar. It's quite impressive, to be honest. I'm swap play into Taskmaster. You can see there it was like super edgy, but yes, I'm using Ghost Rider to get the maximum out of his damage and show you how he can perform. 3 million here, it's not the best, but it's not a disaster. And the point is that during the Odin's Might phase, I haven't figured out the way to go and work him, you know, work on him and get the maximum out of him. I had some good moments, but the runs got disaster by the cancel, because the cancel guys with Taskmaster can be really annoying. If you end up having some mobs around, he targets the other mobs with his 4th skill or his 3rd skill, so it's a pain to go through. Here at the moment you can see that during the Odin's Might phase my damage is so low, nothing close to the damage that I had before. And I'm telling you, it's the strategy. I'm doing wrong strategy here. This is a run that I end up completing the run. The rest of the runs I did restart them. I had some good moments on Odin's Might phase, but it's a pain, guys. It's a pain, and I'm not sure how I managed to fail so badly on this one. But believe me, it took me like 2 days to have mediocre content, at least for ABL. And it's not like I'm really bad on ABL or something. You can see here, Taskmaster targets mobs, so you need to cancel all the mobs before you swap into Taskmaster. Into other season that you're gonna be able to cancel without having a specific character to use, like Thor, or swap into Taskmaster. Perhaps the life, of you is gonna be, your life is gonna be easier. I found myself really easy to play with him while he has cancels in the previous season, but I had him level 80, so this is a perfect situation to pick up the orb, but not at this timing. If I had just now picked the orb with my 4th skill, but it was like 20 seconds left, would be really nice and the damage would wrap up really cool. But you can see, on a really average and really bad run, in my defense, I tried a lot, guys. I tried a lot. It was so painful to do. So yeah, I was either doing whatever video like this one, or do not drop the video at all, So yeah, I had to do it. 11 million, it's quite low. My Hulk do close to 15 million, but I have played Hulk a lot of time, a lot of tries. With him, I did a lot too, but it's only in 1 day and without having any video to watch. Most of the people have done like 1 ABL run or something. I didn't have a lot of content to see and copy or something. So yeah, that's my run that I want to show you. 11 million, quite lame. Let's go into the next one, which is Jean Grey. With Jean Grey, things are straightforward. You need to follow the tactics. You need to go like a good boy and wait Jean to do your skills. Here she was doing the circle, so I tried to push 1 rotation inside. You can see you are proccing on your tier 3 and the damage is so cool. This is so cool damage, guys. For real, the bars were melting. You saw my life there almost disappearing. It was 1 hit of Jean Grey, guys. He is super fragile. You need to play perfect with him to manage to survive and do the damage, or else she's cooking you. She's cooking you so easy. It's 17 bars into 40 seconds. That means that I can actually clear the fight. But you can see that you can't go risky. You can't go risky, and this is a risky run actually. This is a really nice run in terms of timing. But you can see here, somehow I failed on my tier 3 to do exactly the same bars like before. It was less damage. Again, I don't have any insight or deliberation in the run. It's just straight up mighty raids. So you have to know that too. If you have, a mighty insight, the run would be way easier, I guess. At least not way, but 10% faster or something, I guess. But you can see here, I'm kind of struggling. And look at this. Jean went crazy, didn't went into the next phase, keep doing skills. It's weird, I couldn't damage here. But yes, the point on this fight you're seeing right now is to see how easy it is for Jean to take you down with just 1 shot. Here you can see had no point of this waiting and waiting and waiting. I spent a lot of time just waiting. Look at this again. Sometimes Jean is buggy and everything goes really slow, so yeah, I can't complain anymore about Jean. I mean, she's so old. We know how this looks like. You need to wait, you need to go through this. A strategy is to kill one of your supports and go into the fight. You can see here 2 bars worth of damage went out, but you can see also here how slow this looks like. It's disgusting. And look at this, it's one shot. Yeah, I took the fire in my face. I'm in the middle of the fight. You know, I was like, you know what, if I play more careful, I can do it. But let me show you, if you play more careful, you know, and you skip rotations, waiting and waiting, let me show you results. It's another run. This one, I was trying to play super safe, you know, super safe. Last phase, you can see here, 13 bars left, and I am at 30 seconds. She went into the last phase, but with only like 28 seconds. There is no chance you can clear this. I just tried to do my best to show you, you know, how far she is for my account playing like super safe Winter Soldier, and don't risk a lot and try just to stay alive. You know, Jean Grey can go wild, especially on this phase. I had runs better than this, but yeah, I didn't record. You can see, look at this, 10 bars left, 10 bars left, guys, 10 bars left. It's a lot. I mean, count 10 bars left covered by swapping his CDP from Mighty to Brilliant, or give a Mighty Insight on Taskmaster or Red Hulk, perhaps. But yeah, when I built him, I thought, you know, he's gonna fly through the stage. And it's not only Jean, Let me show you Ebony and Black Dwarf, how it looks like. So I went into 29, as I told you. I used Agent Venom because she had an insight, I mean not the insight, a liberation, a normal liberation. It is what it is, you know. I just want to have something there. And yeah, I was doing on my live stream a couple of days ago 29 stages with my Venom. Venom is getting extra damage from the artifact. Venom also getting extra from his passive ability, you know, of Agent Venom. Agent Venom supports specifically symbiotes through his uniform, etc, etc. But still, here I'm getting just the liberation. I have no supports. I was doing it with my Venom with 1 minute left during the live stream. I did it with multiple other characters like Doctor Strange, who else? Jean Grey, Luna. I did it with a lot of characters, and the results were really nice. But to be honest, for the other characters like Doctor Strange and Luna, I have brilliant raids. So the fair conversion here, it's the Mighty Raids Venom run I did during my live stream 2 days ago, and that went way better than this, guys. Way better than this. You can see I have him stunned. Yeah, the damage flows, but yeah, not that much. By the way, guys, this is the proper way to play this World Boss Legend. I was ignoring the fact that Ether can give you an extra, you know, a stun to the enemy and let you destroy him. Someone during the live stream the previous week wake me up about that, and I'm glad. Thank you, dude. But you can see here that he has no chance to clear the stage, as it seems. It's kind of really close, but you need to consider that, you know, that the time, perhaps you think, you know, 3 minutes left, but there are all these cutscenes, all these strategies that you need to go through, you know, picking up the Ether or avoid some damage Ebony do, and all this stuff, you know, takes you so much time. So it's not like exactly that. Here I picked it up first. I was trying to play as proper as I could. The tier 3 was scratching boss, somehow 3 to 4 bars, and you saw 75 Jean was like 6 to 7 bars perhaps. It's not like he is that impressive in general in my mind. Of course, perhaps my gameplay has to do. I'm not perfect, you know. It's a character that I barely play lately. I played him to do the level 80 video and then start playing him now for the tier 4. But seems like he's not that easy to do the damage I was promised that he's going to do, at least. But yes, no harm, no bad feelings about him being tier 4. As I told you, he has already a speed hero uniform that you can use for the lead. So he is 2 different leaderships, one combat hero villain and human villain, human villain actually, and hero speed leadership. So you can utilize him for multiple stages of World Boss Plus, at least as a leadership. Of course, you have to consider that Thunderbolt movie is coming through May. So until May, he probably gonna get a speed hero uniform. So it's an investment that I can get paid in the future too. And it's Bucky Barnes, guys. It's Winter Soldier. He's not gonna stop getting updates or uniforms. We know that for sure. It's one of the characters that Marvel Future Fight have give him already, I think 5 uniforms or something. So yeah, he's gonna get more. I'm sure about this. But this one does not feel like cutting it. You can see again 10 bars and no clear, guys. No clear. As I told you, no problemo. Another tier 4 that is not delivering what I was expecting. I was wrong. I thought he gonna be way better, but it is what it is, guys. With Marvel Future Fight, at least you know that you can skip him easy peasy and not feeling bad. My Hulk delivers way more, as I told you, so no reason for me even to have him build it at this point. Perhaps I tried him a bit more and stay with the mighty raids, but I'm gonna use the unequip sooner or later, and perhaps I strip him after a while. I have to go consider waiting actually, but yes, I tried by the way with Thor as a striker, but yeah, for ABL, yeah. Rank 79, this is not random fact, not a lot of people invest on the character, so you have to consider skip, easy skip, no tier for him. He's cool, but not that cool to invest a lot on him. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below in the comments your personal experience with Winter Soldier, how you feel about my review. You think that it was bad rotations, bad gameplay, but yeah, I don't care to try more, guys. But yeah, I'm really curious. See you into the next. Hope you enjoyed, and now you know what you're gonna do with this bad boy. Kisses in your faces.